It says we are recording, and this is a tutorial for the hearts that I make for Peyton Heart project. I'm going to leave the written pattern on there. You should be able to zoom in on it with your phone or your computer if you need to make it bigger to read it better. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate how I make the hearts. This is worsted weight yarn, don't remember the brand, number 4 in the US, about normal thickness for a 4, but it doesn't matter. You can use pretty much any yarn that you want. I do use some thinner yarns and sometimes put 2 of them together. My normal to make the hearts is a 5.0 millimeter hook, and for this demonstration I'm using a 5.5, so hopefully you'll be able to see it better. And lately, in order to conserve yarn, because I've been making the ones with Mexicana, I've been using a 4.5 millimeter hook. Make them just a little bit smaller and uses just a little bit less yarn. Also makes them so you can get more in a bag. Okay, we start out with a tail that's about 8 inches long. And this is essential, a magic ring. Look up a YouTube video if you don't know how to do it. Basically, you're doing your basic slip knot, and then I kind of turn it, hold it in place, hold the loop, and I make a chain to lock it in. It's not going anywhere. Okay, this is the slow version. I will do 2. One will be the slow version. The next one will be how fast you can make them. Okay, first row is 7 single crochets. And that should be 7. And if you got distracted, it's good to go back and count, because you'll have to rip it out if it isn't 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. At this point, you pull your beginning tail and close it. You don't have to get it tight at this point. Just close it so it's easier to work with. Okay. Now we are going to turn. Or you can chain 2 first. I think that's the way I put it in the thing. Chain 2 and then turn. Now we're going to work into this very first stitch here 2 double crochets. You yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. You do that 2 times. Into the next one, you're going to do 1 double crochet and 1 half double crochet. Into this one, we're going to yarn over again, because we're going to do a half double crochet and a single crochet. Okay, we've done 3. 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th one. This is going to be the bottom peak. And into that, we're going to put 3 stitches. First one's going to be a single crochet, then a half double crochet, and then a single. Now going up the other side, we still have 3 stitches, and we're going to reverse the order that we did the stitches on this side, so they will be equal. So we're going to start with a single crochet, half double crochet, and to the next stitch, half double crochet, and a double crochet. Whoops. Pay attention. There we go. There's the double crochet. Okay, into this very last stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets. There's one, and I try to make these, I try to stretch them out. The tendency is when you're coming up on this last one to make them tight, and then your heart will kind of scrunch over. So I try to make it a point of making these nice and tall when I'm doing them. By pulling them, whoops, pulling the yarn out and really pulling them up like that. Then, to reverse the order, you end with 2 chains. Then I leave that loop hanging there. I take my hook, go into the last stitch of row 1, from the back to the front, put the loop back on the hook, pull it through to the back, get the working yarn that's coming from the yarn ball, get that out of the way and into the back. This is the beginning tail. I'm going to put that over the hook and pull it through that final loop. Then all I do, and you see how this wants to curl up like that? That's why I make it nice and long so you can pull it into. Okay, this is your beginning tail. Now you pull. Do you hear that squeak? Pull it nice and tight, so it's all closed up and you don't have a hole in the center. And when you use a smaller hook, you won't have these holes either. Okay, that's that one. Now you have to take this tail, or the yarn that's going to the ball, and you give that a nice tug too, because you've still got that loop there and you need to close that loop, and it will tie things down. See? Pulled right in. Okay? Now you take both of your tails and cut them off to approximately 8 inches. And I like to lay it down on my, usually it's on my lap, and I make a slip knot with both of the yarns together and pull it in right up tight next to the heart, and that locks it in place. And then you make your final, whoops, they came apart, your final slip knot, and pull it up close to the top, and you're done. Okay? Now with the 5mm hook, I'm going to do a quicker one where I don't stop and explain. I just want to show that once you get started going on these, they go pretty fast. Two, 4, 6, 7. There. And you can see that one's just a little bit smaller with the 5mm hook. And the holes around the center are not quite as noticeable. And they're even neater if you do them with the 4.5mm hook. So that is all there is to it. I'm going to go in so you can see them a little bit better. And those are the hearts I make for Peyton Heart Project. Have a lovely evening.